True respect cannot be demanded or coerced, it must be earned through one's character and actions. The ancient Stoic philosophers, Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and others, understood this fundamental truth and provided timeless wisdom on cultivating qualities that naturally command respect. Unlike many modern approaches that focus on external impression management, Stoicism teaches that genuine respect flows from internal virtue and principled living. This guide explores how Stoic principles can help you develop the kind of character that earns authentic respect, not through manipulation or social posturing, but through the cultivation of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, the four cardinal virtues of Stoicism. By applying these principles, you'll not only gain respect from others but, more importantly, develop self-respect, which the Stoics considered the foundation of a well-lived life. Section 1. Focus on what you can control. The foundational Stoic principle is the dichotomy of control, understanding what is within your power and what isn't. Epictetus begins his Enchiridion with this very concept: some things are within our power, while others are not. Respect from others falls squarely in the category of things beyond your direct control. You cannot force others to respect you, but you can control your own actions, thoughts, and character. Practical applications. Stop wasting energy trying to impress others or seeking their approval. Focus instead on making sound judgments and taking virtuous actions. Accept criticism without defensiveness, using it as feedback for improvement. Recognize that others' opinions of you are ultimately their business, not yours. Understand that respect follows naturally from respectable behavior, not from demanding it. When people observe that you're guided by your own well-considered principles rather than their opinions, they naturally begin to respect your independence and integrity. As Marcus Aurelius advised, be content to seem what you really are. Section 2. Cultivate deep integrity. Integrity, the alignment between what you believe, what you say, and what you do, is essential for earning respect in Stoic philosophy. The Stoics advocated for living in accordance with nature and reason, which means acting consistently with one's rational principles. Practical applications. Develop clear ethical principles that guide your decisions. Ensure your actions align with your stated values, even when inconvenient. Resist social pressure to compromise your principles. Be the same person in private as you are in public. Take responsibility for your mistakes rather than making excuses. Seneca emphasized this point: let all your activity be directed to some object, let it have some end in view. This consistency between intention and action creates a solid foundation that others recognize and respect. People may disagree with your principles, but they will respect your unwavering commitment to them. Section 3. Practice disciplined emotional response. The Stoics taught that emotions should be informed by reason rather than dictating our behavior. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions but rather responding to them wisely. A person who can maintain composure during crisis and conflict earns tremendous respect. Practical applications. Develop the habit of pausing before responding to provocations. Practice viewing challenging situations objectively rather than personalizing them. Acknowledge your emotions internally without necessarily acting on them. Cultivate emotional resilience through deliberate discomfort and challenges. Respond proportionately to situations without overreaction. As Epictetus taught, make it your study not to be carried away by excitement. When others observe your ability to remain level-headed during difficulty, they naturally respect your self-mastery. This contrasts sharply with those who react impulsively and are at the mercy of emotional fluctuations. Section 4. Demonstrate courage in facing adversity. Courage was one of the four cardinal virtues of Stoicism. Not merely physical bravery, but moral courage, the willingness to do what is right despite personal risk or discomfort. Few qualities command more respect than standing firm in the face of adversity. Practical applications. Speak truth when silence would be easier but ethically problematic. Accept challenging responsibilities that others avoid. Face your fears directly rather than evading them. Persist through difficulty without complaint. Defend those who cannot defend themselves. Seneca noted that, sometimes even to live is an act of courage. By demonstrating resilience and fortitude when confronting life's challenges, you embody a strength that others naturally admire. This isn't about seeking out unnecessary hardship, but rather facing inevitable difficulties with dignity and resolve. Section 5. Practice genuine humility. True Stoic humility comes from an accurate self-assessment, recognizing both your strengths and limitations without exaggeration in either direction. The Stoics believe that wisdom begins with acknowledging what you don't know. Practical applications. Freely admit when you don't know something. Give credit to others generously and specifically. Seek feedback on your blind spots and weaknesses. View yourself as a perpetual student, always learning. Accept correction gracefully when you're wrong. Marcus Aurelius, despite being emperor of Rome, constantly reminded himself of his own fallibility. Do not think that what is hard for you to master is humanly impossible, but if a thing is humanly possible, consider it to be within your reach. This genuine humility, especially from those in positions of power, commands deep respect because it demonstrates wisdom rather than insecurity. Section 6. Treat others with dignified respect. Stoicism teaches that all rational beings deserve respect by virtue of their capacity for reason. The Stoics were remarkably progressive in their view that virtue and wisdom, not social status, determine a person's worth. Listen attentively to others regardless of their status or position. Avoid gossip and speaking ill of others in their absence. Presume good intentions until evidence clearly proves otherwise. Criticize ideas rather than attacking individuals. Honor others' autonomy by respecting their right to make their own choices. As Marcus Aurelius advised, when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. But I have seen the beauty of good, and the ugliness of evil, and have recognized that the wrongdoer has a nature related to my own. This recognition of shared humanity guides how we treat others, earning respect through our consistency in honoring the dignity of all. Section 7. Develop practical wisdom. Practical wisdom, phronesis, was central to Stoic ethics, the ability to make good decisions in complex, real-world situations. This involves sound judgment, foresight, and an understanding of human nature. Practical applications. Study widely across disciplines to develop broader perspective. Learn from history and biography to understand patterns of human behavior. Reflect daily on your decisions and their outcomes. Seek mentors and wise counsel when facing difficult choices. Consider long-term consequences rather than immediate gratification. Epictetus emphasized this: first learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak. When others observe your thoughtful approach to problems and consistently sound judgment, they naturally turn to you for guidance. This earned authority comes not from position but from demonstrated wisdom. Section 8. Contribute value without seeking recognition. The Stoics believed in doing good for its own sake, not for recognition or reward. This selfless contribution naturally commands respect because it demonstrates authentic virtue rather than self-interest. Practical applications. Look for opportunities to help others without announcement. Share knowledge freely without expectation of credit. Take on necessary but unglamorous work. Support others' success without seeking to benefit from it. Focus on the work itself rather than the recognition it might bring. As Seneca wrote, "He who does good to another does good also to himself." When people realize you're motivated by principle rather than praise, they develop a deeper respect for your character. This contrasts sharply with those who perform good deeds primarily for public acknowledgement. Section 9. Maintain dignity through self-sufficiency. The Stoic concept of self-sufficiency, autarkia, involves developing independence from external circumstances for your happiness and peace of mind. This self-contained quality naturally commands respect. Practical applications. Develop skills that make you resourceful and adaptable. Practice gratitude for what you have rather than focusing on what you lack. Learn to find joy in simple pleasures rather than elaborate entertainments. Cultivate an internal locus of control rather than blaming circumstances. Reduce unnecessary dependencies on others' approval or validation. Epictetus, who had been a slave, emphasized this: wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. When others see that your contentment comes from within rather than from external validation, they respect your self-sufficiency and independence of mind. Section 10. Live according to nature and reason. The ultimate Stoic goal was to live in accordance with nature, kata physin, meaning to live rationally, virtuously, and in harmony with the natural order. This principle encompasses all others and represents the fullest expression of human potential. Practical applications. Align your life with your natural strengths and talents. Make decisions based on reason rather than impulse. Accept the natural cycles and limitations of life. Fulfill your duties to family, community, and humanity. Live with purpose and intention rather than drifting through life. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, everything that happens is either endurable or not. If it's endurable, then endure it. If it's not endurable, then stop complaining. Your destruction will mean its end as well. This acceptance of reality combined with purposeful action creates a life of dignity and meaning that others naturally respect. The Stoic path to earning respect differs fundamentally from modern approaches that emphasize impression management, social positioning, or dominance. Instead, it focuses on developing genuine virtue and character that naturally commands respect through its authenticity. By focusing on what you can control, cultivating integrity, mastering your emotional responses, demonstrating courage, practicing humility, respecting others, developing wisdom, contributing value, maintaining self-sufficiency, and living according to nature and reason, you build a character worthy of respect. However, the Stoics would remind us that while respect from others is preferred, it is not essential for living well. What matters most is self-respect, living in a way that you can stand before your own reason and conscience with integrity. As Epictetus said, make it your goal to live in harmony with nature and reason. In doing so, you not only earn the respect of others but, more importantly, you earn your own respect, which is the foundation of tranquility and meaningful living. The ultimate Stoic wisdom about respect might be this: focus on becoming worthy of respect rather than on being respected. The former is within your control, the latter is not. By embodying the virtues that make one worthy of respect, you free yourself from the anxiety of seeking approval while paradoxically becoming the kind of person that others naturally respect. This is the Stoic path to earning respect, not through seeking it directly, but through becoming the best version of yourself.